Hello, Jacqueline Hellyer, coming to you from the Love Life Clinic for episode 9 of Fly on the Wall Friday, where I bring to you a case from my Love Life Clinic from the week to inform and inspire you in your own love life. And today we're talking about the case of the client who recovered from vaginismus. So vaginismus is quite a common condition that women can have where the muscles of the pelvic floor tighten so that it's not possible for a penis or sometimes even tampons or fingers or anything to enter. Sometimes the whole thing tightens like this, other times it might be spasms in parts of the muscles that make it either impossible to enter or very painful at times within the entry that make it very difficult and often impossible for the woman to welcome in a penis into her vagina. So, what to do about it? Well, I'd like to share a couple of elements that I find quite common when I'm dealing with women with vaginismus and that tend to help. There's a whole lot of different ways of approaching it, and I just want to focus on 2 elements today. And one of them is language. I am very big on language because how we express things affects how we feel things. And very often women who come to me with vaginismus don't like penetration. And I always say to them, you know what? I don't like penetration either. And they're usually pretty shocked because I'm a sex therapist and you'd assume I like sex. And the fact is I do, I love sex. But penetration, no way, I will not be penetrated. And you know why? Because it's an aggressive act. Penetration literally means breaking through resistance. Right? Certainly no one's going to break through my resistance. If I don't want to do it, it ain't being done, right? So using the word penetration, which I just think is the most appalling word for an act of love because of this aggressive breaking through resistance type meaning. And the other problem with using the word penetration is it gives the onus onto the owner of the penis as the penetrator. They are the active ones. So literally, what the word means, and when you use it in this context, is that the man, the owner of the penis, is breaking through resistance of the other. That's what penetration is. Now, you're probably already seeing how that's not a really nice way of describing an act of love. And I often say to people, and I say it to guys, and I'll say it to you right now, imagine you were about to be penetrated. What happens inside your body? Probably there's a contraction, going to be penetrated. Whereas if what you want to be able to have quality lovemaking is to open and invite, right? You're not going to open and invite if something's about to penetrate you. Okay, so for a start, we get rid of that language. And sometimes people are like, well, what are we going to say instead? I'm like, I don't know, how about entering? The penis is going to enter the vagina, right? And then I say, and how about we shift the onus away from what the penis is doing to what the vagina is doing? So rather than calling it penetrative sex, why don't we call it envelopment sex? Because the vagina is enveloping the penis. Or how about we call it invitational sex? Because the vagina is inviting in the penis, right? As I say, no one would ever just barge into someone's space. You knock on the door first. If you're entering in someone's room or if you're entering into their home, you knock and you wait for the invitation. And what more private place is there than inside your own body? So the penis politely waits until it gets the sign that the vagina is willing and ready, and really willing and ready to invite in the penis. Now, I've had some female clients who that was enough for them to get over their vaginismus. They just needed to know that they had agency, that it was up to them to know and to choose and to allow based on what they were feeling. Rather than being in this passive role where they had to accept something, whether they wanted it or not, whether it was being paced at a time that worked for them or not, like it was something that was being done to them that they somehow had to put up with. Not surprising, their muscles were going like this. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to share with you today about the languaging. The other thing that I wanted to talk about as well is that a lot of women aren't really in touch with their vaginas and how their vaginas work. So even if I was to talk about the vagina cuddles the penis, the vagina holds the penis, or, the vagina can caress the penis. For a lot of women, that's a bit like, oh, what does that mean? Isn't the vagina just this thing that, a man does something to? So to get women more in touch with the internal area and how it feels in there, so they can sort of like place their vagina in space, so they can have a sense of like, oh, okay, there. I know where that is, and I can move my muscles there. I have agency over what I'm doing with my body in relation to an act of intercourse when I'm enveloping the penis. And one way that I get women to do this is a really nice little simple exercise. And it's just to practice drawing in the vagina. So it's like this sense of like, whoop, I'm drawing it up like this. And then on the out, releasing it out and even pushing it out a little bit. And then in and then out. It feels like their vagina is kissing the cushion. So you might want to have a go yourself right now. So just imagine you're drawing up the vagina and then you're sort of pushing it out a little bit and up and out. So it's kind of like you're kissing the cushion or the chair, yeah? So you can do some little kisses, or you can do like, while you suck it up and right? Have fun with it. It's supposed to be fun. Right? It's supposed to be fun and it's fluid. You can sort of move your hips around a little bit as well. You really want to sort of loosen up this area so that it's not like, tight, penetration. No, it's like, soft and loose. I really encourage women to do Pilates or yoga or dancing, just so you can sort of get more into your body, feel how it works. And then if you can do some of these, like they're like Kegel exercises, pelvic floor exercises, and yes, they are, but again, the language, it sounds like exercise, squeeze, release, something tough I've got to do to fix my problem. Whereas I'd rather you just sort of felt it like, drawing in and releasing out and drawing in and releasing out. For women who are particularly tense and tight, I often notice that they don't breathe very deeply. So we also bring in some noticing how when you breathe out, your body relaxes. And we can then combine the drawing in with the releasing out and drawing in the vagina and then releasing out again. So exercises that you can practice on your own, but also then if you want with your partner as well, just let him approach his penis to the opening of your vagina, just, doing some little kisses on the end of his penis. And then when you're ready, just let him know, like, okay, just gently coming in. And it's sort of like opening as he comes in and then drawing, and opening comes in as he's coming in deeper, and like that. So you're sort of having this sense that you're drawing him in, yeah? It's a really nice feeling. He's providing some pressure as well, but it's certainly nothing like that jackhammer thing, fucking hard. No, it's like, there's so much good feeling in there. And as a couple, you're getting this sort of feeling going, which is ultimately the kind of feeling that you want to get when you're having good sex. Okay? So those are the two elements that I wanted to share with you today to help with vaginismus, but actually you're probably can help all women get in touch with their pelvis, with their vagina, with their whole sexual center, and feel in touch with it and feel connected to it, and to be able to engage sexually from a place of relaxation, from a place of confidence, and from a place of, I know what I'm wanting, and when I'm ready, I will invite you in and give your penis that great cuddle. Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. Another great episode of Fly on the Wall Friday. Thank you for being here with me, and I look forward to joining you, or you joining me, I should say, at another one.